Hi, I'm Rob Pritchard and I'm the sports editor at Manx Radio. A Commonwealth Games competitor, a national champion and more, Isle of Man athlete Sarah Astin continues to impress in the world of athletics both in the UK and further afield. Forever chasing new heights, the Island runner has once again been adding new achievements to her current list of honours. At the time of recording this, in early April 2025, she's managed to smash her own women's 10,000 metre Manx record and, for the first time in her career, has received a prestigious call-up to represent Great Britain and Northern Ireland, all in the space of less than 2 weeks. With what has the potential to be a very bright 2025 campaign on the horizon, we caught up with Sarah to find out how it feels to be wearing the GB jersey from the 12th to the 13th of April. She also gives us an insight to some of her hopes and ambitions for the months ahead.
Yeah, it's going well now. I feel like I had a couple of years where not necessarily where I struggled, but just wasn't improving, which is obviously very normal in any sport. You've just got to be patient and just keep at it, basically, and for those breakthrough performances to come. But yeah, I mean, I've been lucky, really fortunate in the fact that I've touch wood, had pretty much an injury-free year. So yeah, just consistent training. I did change coach towards the end of summer last year, which I think has helped me progress on to that next level. And yeah, no, I'm really happy with how things are going. I think there's still a lot more to do this summer. I'm really looking forward to the track season. But yeah, I think I was really happy with the 10K. I think I actually went in hoping, because I think I'm in shape to run a sub 32 minutes. But yeah, track 10Ks are a different ball game. They're just brutal mentally, and even if you're just feeling slightly off for some reason, track compared to roads for 10K is just it's just so hard. So yeah, I was happy with how I was able to keep my composure and just rally through fatigued legs.
Like you just sort of touched on there, the fact that you feel there's been a bit more progress in recent times. You maybe felt like you just plateaued a little bit. What's been the key? Not just with Team Maku, who of course you've represented, but of course Belgrave Harriers, who you have a long-standing affiliation with.
Yeah, I think obviously this new coach was probably the biggest change I've made in the last year or so. Also, actually, that on top of the fact that I'm able to work part-time now, thanks to a few things. So Isle of Man Sport Aid being one, and I'm sponsored by Hoka as well. So those two combined with also Team Macau, the three combinations basically have allowed me to go part-time with work, which I think has really helped. Just it allows me to, I work 3.5 days a week, and I also in my job I can work remotely, so I can go on training camps and still continue to keep earning while I'm on them. And yeah, so I say it's not just one thing. I think there's been a few changes I've made in the last 18 months or so now, which is finally feels like it's starting to pay off. I've just had to be quite patient with it all.
And you're the current holder of 3 women's records at the moment. Sorry, 6, I should say, 3 on track and then 3 on the road as well. Like you say, getting that chance to maybe have a bit more flexible schedule. Do you think that's what's helping you sort of set yourself new benchmarks going forward?
I think so, yeah. I think so obviously before a goal of mine pretty much throughout my whole running career now, which has been quite long, probably about 20 odd years or so, has been to make a Great Britain team. And I've been so close so many times. I've been first reserve a couple of times. And yeah, finally have made a team. Probably talk about that in a bit. But I think back, like for example, this time last year, if I had made this team, obviously I'm over the moon right now. But if I would be absolutely like on top of the world, like buzzing. Whereas now it's weird. It's like a mindset shift, and I think that's due to my coach, but making me believe that I'm actually I am actually quite good, I guess, and can go far. And I think now making this team is actually more of a stepping stone to making more teams and bigger competitions. And obviously, that's not to say I am not. I'm really happy with making this team and really proud of myself. But I think it's just a mindset shift. I think maybe in that I think I'm a lot more confident now. I have big goals, and I'm less scared to go for them as well. So I think my coach has really helped me with that.
And that brings me on nicely to the fact that, like you say, for the first time, you've been selected to represent Great Britain and Northern Ireland at the inaugural European Road Ring Championships in Belgium. You've talked there about how a bit of a mindset shift maybe in recent times. So with that in mind, I suppose, what was your initial reaction when you found out you got that call-up?
Yeah, I was really, really happy. I found out when I was away on a training camp, which was actually quite nice because I was in America and there was a big time difference. So I actually didn't have to wait around. I knew the day of the selection and I didn't have to wait around all day to get the phone call, because I actually woke up with missed phone calls. So it was actually really nice because I found out that like literally as soon as I woke up, which was good. But I think I actually didn't know. So when I made it through doing Valencia 10K earlier this year, where I ran 32:14. But I didn't know going into Valencia. I actually didn't know the standard for European road champs, and this is another thing where my coach, I think, has helped a lot. Is he puts no pressure on it, and he will have definitely known that standard, but didn't tell me that's what I need to run, sort of thing. So when I ran it, I found out after the race that I'd ran it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, it was obviously, that was never a given that I would make the team, because I was away on this camp during the trial, which was a couple of weeks ago. But for the trial, to make the team, you had to run under 32:20 and come top 4. So I knew there was a good chance because they also take 6, so there was 2 discretionary spots as well. But in the end, it worked out really well. I think maybe top 3, I think, from that trial are going. It just meant that I was selected as well. So I knew there was a good chance after Valencia, but you just never know. I didn't know how that trial was going to go. I'm over the moon to finally say that I'm a GB international.
Absolutely. Just 2 more questions. The next one, again, on the event itself. Have you set yourself any particular targets in mind for when you go to Belgium?
To be honest, I've not really thought about it. I think it's going to be, so I've heard there's a big hill in it, so I don't think it's going to be a fast course. It could even be tactical because of that. I actually have no idea how it'll be run. But I think to place as high as possible, just race the race, basically. Get myself in a good pack early on, and then just race the girls that are around me. But to be honest, I don't know who's in the race. I think it's going to be quite a strong standard. But I actually haven't looked into that too much just yet. I'll have to have a chat with my coach to get a race plan together.
And just finally, this is looking a bit into the future, but of course, just over a year from now, the Commonwealth Games return in Glasgow. Should the opportunity arise, and if it was available to you, would you like to represent the Isle of Man again in a certain discipline, if it was there?
Oh, 100%. I would love to. Yeah, I think Birmingham 2022 was probably, definitely the best experience, like running wise, in my career that I've had. It was just amazing, just walking out into the crowd, and there just been so many Isle of Man flags in the stadium. It was just one of the coolest things I've ever done. And I would love to go and do that again next year. I think maybe my goal might be to double up and do the 5 and the 10, but we'll see. I think I'll see how this summer goes. I've got big goals. I'd like to try and break 15 for the 5K and break 32 for the 10K. So if I could do both of those, I think I would love to go for both of those events, but we'll see how the next 18 months or so go.
Thank you for having the stamina to make it to the end of the Manx Radio Sportscast. You're clearly someone who has their eye on the ball at all times. Want to hear more about the latest sporting news across the Isle of Man and much more? Then might I recommend you take the plunge and subscribe to this series or a wide range of Manx Radio podcasts at your favourite podcast provider, so that, in a flash, all of our finest moments take a winner's place on your smartphone. Thank you.